So today, I'm going to be going through the best Season 11 kits inside of Roblox Bedwars that you really need to start using. And if you guys do want a Season 11 Battle Pass or a kit for yourself, all you have to do is drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below your favorite part of this video. Anyways, for the first kit that we're going to be talking about is the Naza kit. Now, this kit is insanely OP, and it was just released this season. If you guys don't know what the Naza kit does, it has a couple different abilities. Basically, you cannot regenerate any health at all. Instead, you get this purple bar, which is basically like your power attack sort of thing. And when you activate the ability, you can just heal up all the way to 100 HP. And you can also use its secondary ability, which makes the kit do extra damage. Combine this with the brand new life bow, the life crossbow, and the life headhunter, which also charges up your purple ability a lot quicker. It is very, very OP. You can also passively charge up the purple bar that it gives you just by walking around the map and doing absolutely nothing, or just fighting in sword combat as well. However, it does not give nearly as much as the life bow, the life crossbow, and the life headhunter. Keep in mind that this kit also does damage back to yourself if you are using the life crossbow, because with this kit, you get infinite arrows. So it is sort of a fair trade-off, but when used correctly, this kit can be insanely overpowered. Like, it could be one of the best kits in the game because you can just heal up from 0 to 100 HP if you have enough power in your bar thing. It's crazy to think as well, this is literally only the first kit we are talking about, and we are going to be talking about so many more kits that are even more OP and crazier than this one. For the next kit, very, very similar to the last kit in terms of how good it is. The Sticks kit, or whatever it's called from the last season, is another very overpowered kit for this season. Basically, if you guys don't know what this kit does, whenever you eliminate your opponents, you can open up a portal from where they have been eliminated, and whenever you place down your own portal, you can just teleport exactly back to that place 3 times. Honestly, this is definitely more of a squads or duos based PvP kit, because obviously you can just teleport back to your opponents at any time, and doing that by yourself might not be the best option sometimes. You want to have some backup with you, want to get some friends on, but this kit nevertheless is still really good for this season. I definitely see it being a very crucial part of a ranked strategy when rank does end up releasing, because this kit you can travel an entire squad right over to your enemy's base. It is very, very overpowered. Anyways, even though the Sticks kit may not be the best solos kit in the world, this one definitely might be. And that is for number 3, the Fortuna kit. Now, the Fortuna kit, as of recently, has been one of the most annoying kits in the game for me, to be honest. Like, it is a crazy annoying kit, I'm not gonna lie. Basically, I'm sure you guys know what the Fortuna kit does, alright? It's a Jester kit. You get magical cards which deal damage to your opponents, which is basically the entire kit's ability. But you also get these randomized cards, and that's what makes it a very, very overpowered kit. You can get these randomized cards, and they do some crazy damage to your opponents. But with the brand new team system, now that they've added back the damage and armor penetration upgrades, you can make your cards to a crazy amount of damage. It sort of reminds me of when Season 7 released and the Fortuna kit was like stupidly overpowered. Like, it was one of the best kits in the game at the time. Like, you couldn't beat this kit. It's a very similar situation to what it is now, but we do have some more overpowered kits, so it sort of balances things out a little bit. Back when this kit released in Season 8 or Season 9, where I think it released in Season 8, back when the Fortuna kit released in Season 9, it was very overpowered, it was very broken, and it is very broken yet again because of these damage upgrades. So yeah, if you do have the Fortuna kit, or if you have a rental ticket, I would very strongly recommend using the Fortuna kit if you really want to annoy your opponents. I would say the one downside about this kit though, or the big downside for me at least, is that this kit is completely random. Basically, it's like entirely randomized. You do not get to choose which cards you get to pick from. It's completely randomized. So if you get a really bad batch of cards, or if you pick just the wrong card, your kit will not be as useful as it could be, and that to me is a big turn off. I don't really want my kit being super random. That's just me though. A lot of people really like this kit, so I would say give it a go if you are willing to try it. Anyways, guys, another super overpowered kit that has been released this season that I really want to go over is the Ren kit. Now, the reason why I put the Ren kit on this list, alright, is because this might actually be the best team kit in the game, and let me explain. Basically, with the Ren kit, you get the Fury Potion and the Poison Potion, which you can actually give it to your teammates that can use any other kit in the game to make a crazy, crazy combo. For example, the Zephyr kit and the Fury Potion do absolute crazy DPS DPS because the Zephyr stacks do more damage and the Fury Potion gives faster attack speed. So if you have a Zephyr and a Ren on the exact same team, yeah, you're basically cooked, dude. I can also see many other overpowered combos that I'm going to be using with this kit, all right? Or if I play the other kit, I definitely want my teammate using the Ren kit because, yeah, cheaper discounts and overpowered potions are definitely something on my to-do list, all right? They also have the jump and speed potion as well, which can be pretty handy because the jump potion actually negates all types of full damage. And the poison potion also gives a little bit of extra DPS because it does poison ticks to your opponents, which are pretty overpowered, to be honest, when used correctly. I would definitely use the Ren kit if you are playing in like a squads game mode, if you're playing in 5v5 squads or duos. If you just have that extra potions on the side, they will give you a massive buff, especially if you're playing with an overpowered PvP kit. Anyways, I mentioned this kit earlier on. I want to let you guys see if you can guess what this is, all right? This kit's another very overpowered kit. For the fifth kit on this list, we have the Zephyr kit, all right? I literally mentioned this previously with the Ren kit, and yeah, as I was saying earlier, this kit is crazy good with the Ren kit. I'm sure you guys know what the Zephyr kit, I did briefly touch up on it, but basically every single time you get a kill, you get a feather stack, and that does extra damage, extra movement speed, and extra jump speed. You can only get a max of 5 stacks, and each stack lasts 50 seconds. It is a very overpowered kit, though, if you are constantly getting kills. With this kit, it is constant action, all right? You cannot be caught slacking, okay? You have to constantly be in action, constantly get kills, because, yeah, this kit definitely relies on it quite a lot. It is definitely one of those kits where you're going to be using in either solos or squads, not really in between in duos. It kind of falls flat in duos, to be honest. But yeah, you constantly want action. You constantly want to be holding the mid if you're playing squads. And if you pair this up with the Ren kit, as I said earlier, with the 20% extra attack speed, yeah, you're going to be absolutely cooking everybody. So yeah, if you have a rental ticket or if you have the Zephyr kit, this is definitely not a bad option. It definitely is not as overpowered as some of the other kits that I'm going to be going over, especially the last kit, all right? The last kit is the best solos kit for this season right now, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. Anyways, enough about range kits. Let's start talking about mobility kits, all right? Now, my personal favorite mobility kit in the entire game is actually this kit right now, but to be honest, this season, it's definitely not the best. So for number 7 on this list, we have the Void Regent kit. Now, yes, I know I didn't put this at number 1 on this list. I know it sounds criminal because this is actually my favorite kit. But to be honest, it is definitely not the best this season, not anymore. Now, the Void Regent kit is actually just a better version of the Jade kit. You get this Void Axe, which you can use to dash forward, and it also heals you. And it also heals you whenever you deal damage to your opponents. And it also does a little bit of damage back, which is pretty handy. However, the Void Axe does cost 40 iron. It definitely isn't the best kit in the game anymore as per the other kits on this list. But to be honest, it is probably the best limited kit. Maybe the second best if we're talking about another kit later on. But I would say if you're playing a lot of solos, this kit, you cannot really go wrong with this kit. If you have it, if you have the Jade kit, the counterpart to this kit, they are definitely not bad kits by any means. And you will definitely win a lot of games if you are using these kits in your solos, duos, or squads games. But I am not going to be spending too much time talking about the Void Regent kit because I definitely want to talk about number 8 on this list, which is the Kalia kit, okay? This kit I've mentioned pretty much in almost every single one of my videos where I do mention some sort of PvP kit, and the Kalia kit definitely is one of the best in the game right now. Now, what makes the Kalia kit so good is that you have this Fiery Punch ability, which does damage, crazy damage to your opponents, and it also does some pretty crazy knockback as well. Now, this kit didn't used to be that great, to be honest. Like in the last season, it was kind of meh, but this season it's actually gotten a lot better. It's a lot better with the brand new upgrades and stat systems because you just keep upgrading your damage, and the ability also stacks with whatever sword you have. And since the diamond sword can now be purchased without needing any era upgrades, it's honestly a pretty good option. The Kalia kit obviously does a Fiery Punch ability, but it actually scales up with whatever sword you have. So if you're playing solos, squads, or even duos, you can use this kit to its full potential if you are getting a lot of upgrades. If you just keep upgrading the damage and get like a diamond sword or whatever, this kit is actually really overpowered. It does pretty decent damage and it hasn't been nerfed yet, so maybe use it before it gets crazy nerfed. Alrighty, another super overpowered mobility kit that I'm definitely putting on this list. Alright, this one I think was pretty expected for most of you guys, and that is the Pirate Davy kit. Now, do I even need to explain what the Pirate Davy kit does? I think everybody knows that this kit is one of the best mobility kits in the game, and that is even more so now with this brand new Season 11 update. Basically, with the Pirate Davy kit, you got these cannons which you can launch yourself through. You can just go crazy around the map. You can go so far with this kit, it is absolutely insane. But since the era upgrades have been removed, you can also buy telepels, and you can buy just as much stuff as you want, which makes this kit even more powerful, to be honest. Since you no longer need era upgrades, you can actually cycle middle with this kit in any single game mode, and it just becomes crazy OP. So yeah, if you want a really overpowered cycling kit, I would definitely use the Pirate Davy kit. It isn't even a battle pass kit, by the way, so every single person can access it, and it's definitely the best mobility kit, or one of the best mobility kits that I'm going to be covering on this list. The one downside to using the Pirate Davy though is that it is very difficult to use, but with the telepulse that are now back in the shop without any era upgrades, it's honestly not so bad. Anyways, guys, another Season 11 Battle Pass kit that we are going to be talking about is the Death Adder kit. Now, this is actually ranked pretty highly on this list, and that is by no mistake, all right? This kit doubles as a range kit and a bed breaking kit, which is a very overpowered combo, to be honest. If you guys don't know what the Death Adder kit does, basically, you get these crystals that are around the map, and when you collect the crystals, you can fire them out by using your ability, and they do some very, very overpowered explosion damage. All right, this kit with absolutely no armor does 60 damage to someone with 0 armor, which is completely insane, by the way. This kit, if you can really use this kit properly, is very, very extremely overpowered, because you are basically almost guaranteed to win the fight. Like, if you don't win the fight by doing a majority damage to your opponents with one ability, then that is skill issue, to be honest. Speaking of skill issue though, this kit is actually pretty damn hard to use, all right? This kit has a very short range, and the projectile is quite slow, so you do have to aim it precisely and do have to get really good at this kit. But the more you use this kit, to be honest, the better you get at it as well. You can also upgrade the kit. It does even more damage when you get the damage stat upgrades, and you can also get even more crystals just by literally playing with the kit and going around and collecting crystals. It's a very easy kit to use, to be honest, like a very easy concept, but in terms of like how easy it is to actually use, it is quite difficult. It's definitely not my first pick on the Battle Pass kits, to be honest. I think the Dragon kit, or whatever it's called, and the Naza kit definitely might be just a little bit better in some situations. I only really see the Death Adder kit being very useful in squads where you can do like lots of splash damage. But in solos, I mean, it's a questionable kit. I'll let you guys decide if you think it's worth it in solos, but to be honest, I'm a little bit on the fence about it. A kit that I am definitely not on the fence about, though, is the Sigrid kit. Now, this kit is another overpowered mobility kit that I've put on this list, because the Sigrid kit is actually a very overpowered 1v1 kit and a solos kit. If you guys don't know what the Sigrid kit does, basically, you get this goat, deer, elk thing. I don't really know what it's called, man. It's something. You are on top of a animal, okay? And basically, you can just like ride around the map pretty quickly. It's definitely not a bad kit by any means, but this kit also doubles as a sort of like a mixed PvP kit, because the longer that you are actually on the elk goat thing, you actually fling your opponents up and do even more damage, which I think is pretty sweet, to be honest. Also, if you get the movement upgrades in the stat shop, you can go even faster with this kit. It is very overpowered, to be honest. I definitely think that this is more of a solos kit, though, because, yeah, I don't really see this being too useful in squads or duos. Like, definitely more of a solos or a 1v1 kit because of just the crazy advantage you can get on your opponents with the speed. And, yeah, you can just run away from your opponents super easily. I would say definitely one of the best movement kits in terms of, like, solo usage. But this last movement kit that we're going to be talking about is even crazier, okay? I promise you that. All right, you just got to let me cook, all right? Let me cook. But yeah, we do have a couple more kits we're going to be talking about, and that next one is definitely another overpowered range kit, which is the Lila kit. All right, this kit, yeah, okay, very similar to the Archer kit. All right, basically you just get very overpowered projectile range weapons. For every single time you shoot, you get this like flower thing that comes out of your bow. So if you like put a bunch of flowers around your enemies and then hit them with a bow, double this with now that the era upgrades are gone, so you only have to buy the crossbow for 7 emeralds, and it just becomes even more overpowered, especially in solos, duos, and squads. Obviously, unlike the Naza kit though, you do actually have to get arrows, which do cost quite a lot of iron, to be honest. And if you're not constantly getting those arrows and constantly hitting your shots, getting that tick damage consistently, by the way, then yeah, you are kind of gonna fall flat with this kit. It is definitely very skill-based though, don't get me wrong. I think this kit is probably one of the more skilled ones on this list. But yeah, definitely do not underestimate this kit, by the way, because it is very, very good and very powerful when used correctly. Now, the next kit that I do want to talk about is, again, another solos kit. All right, now this kit I definitely think is a very underrated in terms of how many people are using it versus how good it is. And that is for the second to last kit that we're going to be talking about, the Warden kit. Now, this may come as a surprise to some of you guys, all right? Because you probably haven't heard the Warden kit in quite a while, since it obviously got pretty heavily nerfed quite a while ago. But basically, ever since Bedwars added back the bed plating to solos and doubles, the Warden kit has actually been a pretty viable option to get that bed plating at the start of the game initially. Since obviously, if you guys don't know what the Warden kit does, whenever you kill your opponents, quite similar to the Grim Reaper kit actually, you can encage their soul, which increases their respawn time, and it also gives you like a little bit of shield back. To be honest, this kit is definitely more of a bed breaking kit, especially specifically for solos, because that bed plating is actually quite important to get at the start of the game, because you get those 3 diamonds which you can use to spend on your diamond upgrades, which is quite crucial, to be honest, especially nowadays. So I would strongly recommend using the Warden kit if you do have it or rent it out, to be honest. I would definitely try it out first before actually like buying it or anything like that, because it is actually quite a very specific use case to actually use this kit to its full potential. And a late game as well, this kit gives absolutely no benefits. Like, how are you going to break someone's bed if there are no beds left in the game? But yeah, the Warden kit may have some pretty decent flaws, but this next kit definitely does not, all right? And this is the kit that I've been hyping up for the entire video, all right? Because I'm actually going to reveal to you guys my new main kit that I use for every single one of my games right now, and that is the Flora kit. Now, I put Flora kit as like the best kit that is for Season 11 right now, because it truly is, okay? The Flora kit, if you guys don't know what the Flora kit does, you get these explosive beehive grenades, which you can use to either deal damage to your opponents, or you can throw them onto your feet and use the glide ability to just travel really far across the enemy bases. Now, this is actually quite similar to the Pirate Davy kit in terms of distance. You can actually get almost the exact same distance, just in a lot slower time, but this doubles as a PvP kit as well, because you can use the grenades to actually deal damage to your opponents, which I think is very overpowered. The damage is quite good as well. It's definitely not laughable. You can actually get like 20 to 25 damage off your opponents with a direct hit with no armor, plus the bees, which do even extra damage, around 5 to be exact. This kit is very good for not only stopping people from regenerating health as a PvP kit, but also a bed breaking kit, because you spawn with 1 beehive at the start of the game. And if you get 20 iron, you can buy an axe and go straight for your opponent's bed and get that bed plating and get those 3 extra diamonds at the start of the game. This is a very good kit with absolutely no flaws. There are not really too many downsides to using this kit, and it's almost foolproof, because even if you're not able to buy the beehive grenades for 50 iron, you can just kill your opponents, or even just spawn kill your opponents, and you can get beehive grenades that way as well. You can hold a max of 5 beehive grenades, which is just enough to destroy your opponents, get a crazy edge over them, as well as rush every single base. Definitely one of the best Season 11 kits in the game right now.